yena mayuta kakumbuka apasisura kachuka anza anotimisa tomubvisa mabhurukwa ngoti takajamuka 2030 takabuka vachira tidzautsinye kunda mai azuka pesa nekusaida chiti anoridza luka asi matira mabwezi zvinhu zvaitika ingoti takajamuka 2030 takabuka vachira tidzautsinye kunda mai azuka pesa nekusaida chiti anoridza luka asi matira mabwezi zvinhu zvaitika vakaune zvakaitike bulawayo mayuta kakumbuka hanzi komandiyo ndiyo hanzi anopikisa wese tomubate kwiyo yaiva herere vachiridza muchiro iri kutaura neanhu pfunge.
Right, 19 June 2025, and today I'm very happy to be giving you the evening update or the clarity update, where we make sure that you go to bed understanding what is important. And we've got a massive problem right now in Zimbabwe, which we need to unpack. Corruption is very bad, but certain types of corruption cannot be hidden, especially what Tagwire is doing. Tagwire, the most corrupt person right now in Zimbabwe, and the corruption has gone to the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe, where today Mnangagwa was forced to go to make an inspection because there is a massive shortage or a robbery has taken place at the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe regarding almost 1 billion worth of gold coins. So Zimbabwe has got a number of gold coins, and these are as follows. So firstly, we've got the physical coins, that is Mosotunya coins, and then we've got the gold-backed zig. Remember, before they introduced the zig, there was a gold-backed zig, which is called, I remember, it was just called gold-backed digital tokens. It was a token before the zig, and then there is physical reserves of gold. So Mnangagwa has been confused today by the guys at the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe. A lot of gold has been stolen, and this is by guys linked to Anata Gray, Anawikino. All those guys, they're involved in this theft. You know that Scott Sakupanya is involved in the supply of gold. So anything to do with the gold, you've got Tagwire in there, you've got Scott Sakupanya in there, and you've got Wikino Chivayo in there. Those guys are what we call the three musketeers, or the thieves of Zimbabwe, the top 3 thieves of Zimbabwe. They steal everything. So let me unpack for you what has happened and why Mnangagwa is shocked. So the gold-backed digital tokens is currently valued at about, in fact, the quantity produced is about 1 ton. So that is 1 ton. However, when this was bought, the Reserve Bank was trying to promote 1:1. So they were trying to promote 1:1. Remember, the Zimbabwe currency crashed. So there was another Zimbabwe currency that crashed. Mnangagwa has crashed 2 currencies. So the gold-backed digital tokens that you are seeing here were all converted to coins, to actual gold coins. The value is about 1 ton. However, when they were bought, the value is about $5 million US. So $5 million US. That was the value at which they were bought. However, when they were converted, they just took the gold-backed digital tokens and made them physical Mosoatunya gold, or the original gold coin that you know, which means 5 million then became 100 million. So 900 tons, or almost, 900 kgs, or almost a ton of Mosoatunya was converted into $5 million US. And the guys who put $5 million, Anata Gure, Anna Scott, they ended up with 100 million in gold coins. Unfortunately, there's a limited number of those coins. So the actual Mosoatunya coins, there's a limited number. And this has resulted in the shortage that you're currently seeing. The Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe can no longer sell the physical gold coins. They've ran out of those coins. They are now trying to get people to sell back to the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe and get cash so that they can plug the hole that they've created with the digital-backed ZIG tokens. So the tokens, that's where the theft has taken place. Almost 1 ton is missing of gold in terms of gold coins because they took thin air. So the other ZIG was thin air. They took it, it was all in ZIG, and they gave people physical gold coins, and now they've run out of the actual gold coins. That is why you see that there's a shortage at the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe. Mnangagwa is currently saying there is how many ever tons of gold? He says probably 8 tons of gold. That is all fake. There is no such gold. The gold has already been stolen, and Mnangagwa has got no clue what are the digital ZIG-backed tokens. He doesn't know about the tokens. If he asks the guy at the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe, what are the tokens? So the gold-backed ZIG digital tokens or the ZIG, the original ZIG, which was replaced by the current ZIG, Mnangagwa is going to see how 1 ton of gold has been stolen and it's gone. So that is why currently you cannot find the Zimbabwe gold coin, the actual Muswatinya coin. You can't find it. They've run out of it. And the guys in the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe, totally thieves. And that is because Scott Sakupanya is over there, Tagwire is over there, and also Wikino Chivayo. Those guys are dangerous. They are a danger to our country. And Mnangagwa has got no clue what is happening because Mnangagwa only knows how to dig for gold. So Mnangagwa understands the physical gold. If you show Mnangagwa that there is gold, he's going to understand it. But if you tell him physical, if you tell him digital-backed ZIG token, he gets totally confused. And Kuda, remember I talked about Kuda a long time ago, that he also doesn't understand what is the asset, what is the currency. Currently, what we're doing in Zimbabwe is trying to trade with an asset. So you cannot trade with an asset. On a daily basis, they're trying to trade with an asset, and it's going to work. It's not going to work. It's terrible. So, as I said, $5 million worth of ZIG tokens has suddenly grown to 100 million US dollars in the hands of Tagwire, Scott Sakupanya, and Wikino through the arbitrage that has taken place in the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe because of the old ZIG. So most of you have forgotten that there's the old ZIG. This one here, it's gold-backed ZIG digital tokens. I talked about it a lot, and it's very important for you to understand what has happened. There is a shortage. The certificates don't match. So the good thing about the current ZIG is that each ZIG coin has got a certificate, and those certificates are not matching. That is the problem, because they have taken that fake ZIG, the ZIG token, and are trying to match it with the real ZIG, and that is where things are not matching. If there was an auditor at the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe, it is very easy. Just take all the old ZIG tokens, gold-backed, and say who took that and made it, check the certificates and try to compare it back. You see that it doesn't match. The certificates of the original gold-backed Muswatinya don't match back to the fake ZIG tokens. And that is where they are going to get caught if there are someone clever. A lot of money has been stolen, and Tagwire is over there, and Scott Sakupanya is over there, and Chigananda is over there, Wikino Chivayo. So guys, Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe, total mess. The current ZIG is worth nothing. It's not worth the paper that is printed on. We need a new government. And Tagwire, I don't know why he likes money so much, because he already has a lot of money. Why doesn't he stop and say, I've had enough, I am tired of money, or go somewhere else and the rest? These guys are destroying our country. And Mnangagwa has to constantly go to certain places now where they are involved in these deals. Because everyone knows that if they do a deal with Tagwire, if they do a deal with Wikino, if they do a deal with Scott, they are doing a deal with someone protected. Now Mnangagwa has to go and clean up. But it's terrible what is happening. This crew is the one that is causing our problems in Zimbabwe. So as I said, we're going to have a protest on the 1st of July against Tagwire for the road that they're trying to build in Victoria Falls without involving the local community. The road has not been properly planned. There are no services and there are no filling stations. There are no bridges linking to the rail, and there is no link to the Matabele Zambezi water project. Those are the demands that we have, including properly designing that road so that it becomes a development corridor. That is what we want, and Tagwire is going to feel the heat. You're going to see it next week, starting when he goes to the NAST, National University of Science and Technology, where he's holding a rally. You're going to see what is going to happen there. Tagwire is going to be totally exposed. Everything that he does is fake. Look at that bridge. The Trabablas interchange is like something built by a baby. So it's almost like a baby built this thing. It makes no sense. And there is no services. So everything that Tagwire does has got no services around it. Look at this bridge that he has built. No services at all. It's just a road. He does not understand what it means to build something with services around it. And that is what we're trying to show Tagwire, how to do things and put services around it. Guys, I don't even have to convince anybody. Tagwire, aka broker. You got it. You got it. All right. So, nasi ndambosungwa ni mapurisa. So, andisuda kutaura nyaya iyi nechirungu because ndataura navanhu ndikati handiudzi munhu. Ndambosungwa paairport. Saka musaundiona paya pandanga ndichikavha nyaya yalungu. Pambosvika mapurisa akambondibata. Saka ndazobuda zvangu. So, for now, nyaya yalungu tomboisiya mbijana. Saka mapabata. Tomboisiya mbijana nyaya yalungu. Because ndamboti ndibatwe imbijana. Ndambobatwa nemapurisa epaSouth Africa. So, what we're going to do is tomorrow I'm not going to go and cover that jet. Whatever happens, happens. I don't care anymore. Because andiri kuzogara na nyoka yemabhunu mujere. So I'm not going to be covering that story. It's over. It's done. Whatever they do, we're going to be looking electronically over here. So what has happened is President Hakainde Hichilema has issued a statement this evening. Zambian government has washed their hands of the current situation of Lungu. The Lungu family can do what they want with the body. The national days of mourning have been cancelled. So it doesn't matter whatever happens there, they can do whatever they like with the body, if there is a body. Because there are now rumors that there's actually no body. I told you guys, kuti pane problem. There's a problem with that family, and it's not President Hakainde Hichilema. President Hakainde Hichilema is totally the best president for Zambia. He's done everything, and I hope that they deal with it. However, kana vachinyeba vachasungwa, because takufunga kuti zvese ndezvefake. Ndozvo takutofunga kuti ndezvefake zvavari kuita. First, they were using a fake name, and now they don't want to produce the death certificate, the body, and no one has seen it. So I don't know what's going on with the body of Lungu. We have been waiting at the airport, and as I said to you, I was bundled out of the airport. Guys, but as it is, something's going on. We're going to pick it up, and we don't know what it is that is taking place over there with Lungu. So President Hakainde Hichilema said less than an hour ago that the period of mourning is over. They can do what they like as the Lungu family. It's all good. Then let's go to another story, which is big and very important. Remember, we said 1 ton of gold is missing at the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe. That is 900 kg of gold tokens were converted into ZIG, this current Moswatunya gold coins. So So they just took those fake Zig coins and made them Moswatunya and gave their friends. Now they're scrambling to find the real gold coins. So they want you to sell back, and then they're going to take the fake Zig, which is backed by gold, and the gold is not there. So the gold is not there because it was thin air. 5 million of Zig tokens, US dollars, became 100 million in the hands of Scott Sakupanya, Tagwirei, and Wikino. Now they're trying to find the money to replace the missing coins. Remember, gold has suddenly shot up. It's terrible what has happened. They will never be able to cover this hole at the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe. So much gold stolen over there in terms of the coins. And the theft has taken place on the Zig token. So the Zig token was gold-backed. It was called the gold-backed digital token, the Zig. That was the first Zig. That is where they stole money. And now they're trying to replace the money that they stole through the official Moswatunya coin, which they are now failing to match the certificates. So if you think I'm lying, go there and say, let's match each gold coin with each certificate. You will see that it's not matching. They have stolen it, and now they're trying to cover the hole. However, they can't find the gold coins or the Moswatunya coins to replace the ones that they stole from the fake Zig tokens. It's terrible at the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe. They create all these funny things to steal. Imbava, they are thieves. Right now, let's go to an interesting story. Massive hack has taken place at Mukuru. So Mukuru is the biggest money transfer agent in Zimbabwe, moving quite a lot of money. If I'm not mistaken, these guys move 90% of the money into Zimbabwe. So Mukuru has today been hacked. Massive hack has taken place, and they've got no clue what's going on. I've talked to people inside Mukuru, and they promised that this thing was going to be sorted in the morning. It's not sorted. They've got no backup. Serious. They literally have no backup of anything at Mukuru. So people woke up in the morning and they were missing money. Money was withdrawn. People had negative balances. They had conducted transactions that they don't know. It's not clear whether the money has moved out of Mukuru's bank accounts. So right now, as you speak, there are people whose salaries got in. This mostly affected people whose salaries were coming in, who have got no salary. Many Zimbabwean Uber drivers received their money into Mukuru accounts. They've received nothing. Many Zimbabweans bank their money into Mukuru accounts in South Africa. They can't find the money. And this is because there's been this massive hack, and Mukuru is failing to explain what has happened. They cannot fix it because they've got no backup. They don't understand themselves what has happened. It's terrible. And the bad thing about Mukuru, they fired almost everyone. Earlier this year, let's say about 12 months ago, they fired all the Zimbabweans who were not documented in South Africa. And they said, you don't have papers, you're fired, go home. And then they left no one at the call center. So if you call Mukuru call center right now, there is nobody, absolutely nobody there. And it's terrible. So let me just fix something here, guys. Okay, we're good. So they fired everyone. The competent guys were fired. And if you try to call Mukuru, no one will ever answer you. I was so mad one day when I made a transfer and I could not get someone to answer my calls. But what has happened is terrible. People woke up in the morning, someone had taken money out of the bank, and Mukuru can't explain what has happened. As I said, they don't have a backup. It's a total mess. Mukuru, yaka broker. Yaka broker. Mnangagwa aka broker. Kuda aka broker. You know who Kuda is, right? Kuda is one of the directors of Mukuru. Kuda Mnangagwa. Someone is trying to hit him hard. That is what I've heard. They're trying to hit him so hard that he can't scream. Like, you know, when they beat you and he can't even scream because it's so bad. Like, it's terrible. I cannot believe it. Yeah. So sorry, Mukuru. I've moved almost 1 million through Mukuru over the past 3 years. I'm so happy that I only have 600 rands in Mukuru yesterday, but I'm left with 2 rands. That's what happened today. Honest. Like when I opened my bank, I saw that my 600 was now $2. Sad. But they can keep it. Kuda can keep my 600 rands. It's okay. Right, I think we've covered everything. Our country is going through a lot, and it's because of Kudata Gure, who is running all these big contracts from Nangaba. This man is doing a lot to harm our country and needs to be stopped. Kudata Gure doesn't need the money, but he keeps stealing. He is a shameless, unethical person. And his wife, Sandra, they're involved in this. They must be stopped. We will not allow Tagure to sneak into power. Tagure is trying to become the president of Zimbabwe. It will not happen. And I don't know what he thinks that he can become president of this country. We don't want someone so corrupt, someone who's not finishing the work that he starts. And at Victoria Falls, that road is not going to build it. My friends from Matabeleland, let us be politically mature. Let us not allow what happened in the past to happen again. Matabeleland has been abused for so long. Let's not allow people to come from Harare and build a strip road and go away. Let's develop our country. This is a big opportunity to develop our country, to make Victoria Falls to Bedbridge a development corridor, have filling stations, have lights, have Matabeleland, Zambezi water project, have lodges and hotels, make that place so rich and interesting because we've got the largest amount of gold. Mnangagwa is very alert. Right now, Mnangagwa knows what we're talking about. That we know that there is billions and billions of gold in Matabeleland, which they are taking and building nothing in the areas where they're taking this gold. If we just take a fraction of the money that they're taking as gold, we could build one of the biggest roads and the biggest development corridor in Matabeleland. Right now, Matabeleland is a mess. Go to Godini, you cry. If you go to Godini, what those guys have done there, it's shocking. And it's all these people that they're taking. They take someone who doesn't live in Bulawayo to do something. The guy gets the money and runs. This is what they're doing. They're taking money and running, and don't allow it. Fight these guys. Don't allow Tagure to build this road. So on the 1st of July, we have a shutdown. And please sign the petition. We have a petition that we've put out. You don't have to actually sign it. Just go and browse it. The numbers will pop up on our site that you've looked. So you don't have to actually sign the petition. I don't want you to get killed by Tagure. Just click it and look. I will know that you've looked. We only want a large number of people to look at the petition. We don't care about the signing. So we only want you to look at the petition, understand what we're saying over there, and let me put the petition for you here so that you get it. Remember, Matabeleland is the richest province. So that is Matabeleland South, Matabeleland North, and Bulawayo, the richest provinces. Don't let Tagure cheat us. Don't let Tagure cheat the people of Matabeleland. A billion in Vakupi, that is Mkoma Tino Hawadi. What are you saying billion? What are you talking about billion? We said 1 ton of gold, not 1 billion worth of gold. 1 ton of gold is worth 100 million US dollars. So Mnangagwa says we've got 7 tons of gold, which is worth 700 million. So get the figures right, Mkoma. Tagure and wife spend the whole day planning of looting. Yes, they don't just plan. They pray to the devil. So Tagure's wife, Sandra, and Tagure himself, they pray to the devil. That is the problem. They're evil. The only other person worse than Tagure is Auxiliary. So I don't even want to mince words here. Guys, don't be cheated by 30 pieces of silver. Tagure is going to come to Bulawayo next week and give you a scholarship and make you win $100 rejects this man totally. We want a new order. We don't want this thing that they're giving us. So Tagwire, Wikino, Scott Sakupanya, they are the axis of evil. And these are the people who've been getting all tenders. Any tender that comes out, it goes to Tagwire, it goes to Wikino, or it goes to Scott. They must be stopped. And Auxilia and their sons, they also work with this team. So it's a cartel, including drug dealing. They're in it. They want money so much that even one cough mixture, they want to sell it and make a cent. How greedy is that? They've got enough money. Why do they want more money? Take Tagwire. Let's say Tagwire has got 8 billion. Why does he want 1 more billion? It's unfortunate that we allow these people to do this. They must be stopped. Why would Tagwire want to build a road for 8 billion over 25 years? He already has enough money. He has crushed Kaya Cement. He's destroyed Mbuzi Interchange. He's destroyed Mashingo Road. Look at this thing. Guys, this thing is a mess. Look on the sides there. It's mud. It's not done. It's not finished. There is no services around this thing. That is the legacy of Tagwire. No services on anything he does. So he just builds a little thing, then he goes. We don't want that. Victoria Falls Road is not going to do it. The people of Matabeleland don't allow this man to get away with it. Okay. I end up popping a vein because of too much stress. Guys, I've been working too hard on the Zambia story. But as I said, we're now over with the story. We're not going to be pushing it because nasi mapurisa auya akandibata paanda ndichishuta andibata zvokuti be ndobva ndazonzi ndaregerwa hangu nevakuru venyika ndokubuda kwandaita ndazobuda nevakuru venyika ndokubuda kwangu. It's terrible. Right, let's see what has happened to that aeroplane. I'll be checking it online, okay, to say what has happened to it. But as far as President Hakainde Hichilema is concerned, that is water under the bridge. The Lungu family can do whatever they like with that body. Okay, so what happened is today that plane is going to go back to Kinshasa, according to the record here. So 19 June, the plane took off from Johannesburg to Kinshasa, and that happened at 3:35. So 3:35, I don't know if that's PM or 2:48, the plane has left the airport. If you look on the tracking system, it is going to be in Kinshasa by 5:23 PM. So that is what they say here. It's a 2-hour flight, from what I can see. The plane has left Lanseria Airport, so there's no more body. So if you're at Lanseria, you can send me a picture to tell me if the airplane has left. I don't want to go back there and get arrested again. Guys, this guy is vajema phone yangu. First vatanga vajema phone yangu. So that my network dropped. And then vakandibata. Vakangwara vanhu ava. Vanoita sevanhu vekuZimbabwe vane dzungu. But tataurana zvakanaka zvikabva zvapera. So muZimbabwe deko zvinhu zvindakunonzi Kambako arrested. He's going to be getting bail in December 2025. Can you believe it, guys? Manje kunoku mogara pasi mofonera vakuru venyika motaura zvopera. ZvekuZimbabwe zvamunanga dzungu chete. Kusunga, ndokusunga. That's Mnangagwa. Kusunga. And this is why Mnangagwa ifara kusunga. Kusunga. Umasunga. Mnangagwa. Okay, so that is what happened today. And as I said, I'm very lucky to be back home today because Vaposa Zvaipa, Vaposa Paita Zvakaipa. Because obviously they couldn't do that plane Ichiva Piper. That was the idea. They didn't want to turn a plane Ichiva. It was going to cause noise. So that is something. Okay, our sponsor is Mve. Please get yourself a packet. Tomorrow is a Friday. So you know what happens on Fridays. If you're in Harare, if you buy a packet of Mve, you get two cans. Zedoro. that is masavana, kana strawberry jackery, you get yourself 2 packets, 2 cans or 2 bottles for you and your babe. Kana vana mukadzi akamadoro inofanira kuti mukadzi waPotifa anga ari naye, zvakanzi mukadzi waPotifa. So musape vakadzi doro, vanozoita sevakadzi vaPotifa. So that is what you get tomorrow. So if you get a packet, you get yourself 2 free mabias on top of Mazondo Spice. That is only on Fridays, and these are free. We don't sell mabias. Tongo paisusu. And inini nakarega doro andichabati kana doro. What I'm drinking is this thing here. It's called an immune booster. Sorry guys, you know there are some rules on it. Immune booster. We also have this one at our agent. Our agent is selling this. It's amazing. It's got zinc and vitamin C, and it's got 0 caffeine. So I say fizzy drink. You can go over there. Just WhatsApp the numbers over here. There's so many products over there by the agent. And if you want to be an agent, just phone any of these numbers on the screen. So I'm very happy. Did I say tomorrow is Friday? Let me see. Yes, tomorrow is Friday. We're going to be seeing Nyoka at court, and we'll give you the strategy on Sunday after we see the papers. The guys in Zimbabwe got no case, so I'll let you guys know tomorrow what is going on. So let us recap. We said the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe is currently missing about 1 ton of gold through the old Zig coins. So let us see here. That is the old Zig gold-backed tokens, which were worth $5 million. But they then took those tokens and translated them directly into Moswatunya gold coins. Now there's a gap which they can't fill of almost 1 ton worth of gold. So there's a gap. If you go and audit and say for each gold coin, what is the certificate, and then go back to the Zig token, you'll see that there's a discrepancy. Most of those coin certificates are linked to the gold-backed token, and there's a lack of about 1 billion worth of gold, 1 ton worth of gold that is missing because of that transaction or the arbitrage that has taken place over there. It's very clear to me because I've been following these stories for a very, very long time. Imbava, Tagwirei, Wikinel, and Scott, they are involved in this thing. And the current Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe governor, he inherited this problem. He did not start it. So he knows it, but he doesn't know what to do about it because he wasn't there when he started. It just happened. He happened to be there when the new Zig notes or coins were put in, but he doesn't know where the problem came from. The problem came from Mfana Uyu, Kuda Mnangagwa. Kuda Mnangagwa is involved. And also, remember, Kuda Mnangagwa is a director, according to my sources, at Mukuru. So we want to find out about this. We need to confirm this. But he is reportedly a director here. And today, Mukuru has lost people's money. They have been hacked very badly. They don't have a backup, so they don't know what's going on. And up to this point, people still don't have their money in their banks. Vaka broker, Mukuru, yaka broker. Yaka broker, Jikuru. Mukuru, yaka broker, Jikuru. Right. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. Let's look at the comments. The undone parts of it mean more work. You are all confused. Is it difficult to bring back the Zim dollar? Don't bring back the Zim dollar. Remember what Gideon Gono used to do? He used to drive his truck into the basement of the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe, load up the Zimbabwe dollar, and go into the street and throw it to his boys, and they will change it into US dollars. Don't allow it. Sikumbuzo mpofu. Sikumbuzo moise gambakwe kunyeba. Sidzoro. Sidzoro. Auxilia looks good. Yeah, Auxilia anororwa. Anororwa. Auxilia anororwa. Nah, but in zangu, andifariri mababy ane short hair. Ndikangona mukadzi ane short hair chitika. Ndoziva kuti suspects. Vakadzi vane short hair, ma suspects. Toda baba. Na mai Jeremiah. Muone na mai Jeremiah. Yes. Mai Jeremiah vari kupisa semoto. $20 yako wapedza. That is it. Sadzarepa boarding. That is Sadzarepa boarding. Auxilia. She got a wig these days. She got a wig. Yeah, takamuseka short hair. Now he's a wig. Auxilia. Okay, so guys, I'd like to thank all of you for watching. Kutamba hangu mother garai ku Dubai avano kubomba ikoko. Vari kutambira kunonyudza. Havasi kuziva today pari kudonha bombu re 30 tons. Saka if I was Auxilia, I was going to move away from that area. Hapana chiriko ku Dubai. Dubai inanditsiki ku Dubai. The worst place Dubai. Ukona unaenda ku Dubai hazivi zvari kuita. Dubai is, there's nothing in Dubai. Honest, you can't compare Dubai with Zimbabwe. You can't. Zimbabwe is the wealthiest country, and not Dubai. Do you know that they put their water, the water they drink, it comes by jet. They fill a jet so that people can have water to drink. That's how bad the situation is. Their beach, they had to move sand from somewhere. Ugadzira beach. Guys, Zimbabwe is blessed. So I don't know why when I was saying Manyira Unzumia Kawara would die. Better delay in the moon to Dubai. Okay, I'd like to thank all of you for watching, and I'll see you again in the morning as we unpack Nyokaima Bonu's case. Tomorrow we're going to have the documents, so I really will sit down and give you details about what is the case. And I have a feeling they will withdraw the case. We've got a possibility tomorrow of them withdrawing this whole case altogether, because it is embarrassing. Their case is embarrassing. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching, and thank you for your support. I'll see you again tomorrow morning as we unpack the trending news. I also managed to attend the press conference of Floyd Chivambu. Please go to Gambakwe and watch. We did cover that press conference today. That was amazing. Floyd Chivambu is going to be starting a new political party very, very soon. Within the next week, he's going to announce his interim committee. Thank you very much, and a good night to you all.
Zviri kumedza